Okay, so let's quickly go through the test score section. For the UC applications, test scores are optional. Okay, so if you did take the ACT and SAT and you did really well, then good for you. Go ahead and put it on there. But if you didn't take those tests, it's not going to hurt you. Okay, so same with everything else here. The SAT subject test, if you didn't take it, it's not going to hurt you. If you took the AP exams before the pandemic, go ahead and put that information, right? So if you got a 5 in AP Spanish, bravo. If you got a 1 in bio, that's okay too. It doesn't hurt you. And the admissions officers have said this repeatedly, okay? It helps if you did get a 5 or 4, and as well as, gives you course credit for the UCs. But if you failed an AP exam, it's okay. It doesn't hurt you, right? So if you took an IB exam, you probably went to school at San Diego High or Castle Park or Bonita, but everyone else did not take the IB exam. If you lived in another country, you might have taken the TOEFL. Okay, so if you need help with that, let me know. But it's rare that I've seen someone, because for the most part, if you lived here in the U.S., you won't need to take the TOEFL, and you haven't taken the TOEFL. Okay, so that's just a quick thing about test scores. Let's go ahead and go to the activity and award section, because that's really important. Because since test scores don't matter, and this is a holistic process, what are they looking at? They're looking at your grades, which you can't change anymore, but you've already inputted, right? They're looking at your essays, which hopefully you've worked really hard on in terms of trying to share more about yourself. And then awards and activities. So let's go ahead and just let's add one so that you can see what it looks like. Then we'll go over what I've created here, okay? When you add an award or activity, these are the different sections. So an award or honor, this is something that could be academic. It could also be something that's related towards maybe a sports thing. So if you were, won Defensive Player of the Year, go ahead and put that. If you did a sport actually and you got above a 3.0, which is a lot of you, you should have received, or whether it's an email or some type of recognition from the San Diego Union Tribune as a scholar athlete. So you can put that for every season of sport that you did well academically. So that's something to list as well. It could also be random honors. Let's say like in your club, you guys give out like little awards, right? So I don't know, Rookie of the Year award, or the Care Bear award for being the person that really just goes above and beyond and makes sure that people are taken care of. So you could put any of those things on there for activity and awards. Educational prep programs, that could be something like AVID. It could be anything related towards EAOP or Upward Bound. It could be First Gen Scholars for sure. It could be what you're doing now, and participating in a workshop like this. That's an educational prep program. Extracurricular activities are anything. That's hobbies, clubs, sports, anything else that you haven't talked about, right? So like hobbies, like you can talk about if you, I don't know, collect marbles, right? That's cool, right? So go ahead and put that on there and explain why that's important to you. Let's see, other coursework, if there's something that you've taken that's not A through G, but it's related to what you do, go ahead and put that on there. Let's say that you are into computer science and you did the, Coding Academy online, which is like similar to the Khan Academy, but it teaches you about coding. Go ahead and put that on there. Volunteering and community service, any activities that you donated your time and effort without getting paid. All right, so if you volunteered for your church, put that here. Let's say, for example, you babysat your siblings or your cousins, right? That's volunteering unless your family paid you, which doesn't usually happen, right? You can put all the volunteering here. If you were a tutor, maybe in a classroom, or you helped out a teacher after school quite often, make sure you put that information here too. If you got paid for things, though, you're going to put work experience. So it's not just a job that you got from a part-time or full-time job during the summer. You can put, like, if you were paid to be a tutor or paid to babysit like your neighbor's kid, like, put all that information here too. Okay, you get 20 spots and you get 350 characters, which is roughly between 50 to 65 words, depending on how long the words are, right? So maximize that, but don't just tell me the explanation of what the club is or what that activity is. Tell me what you got from it. Okay, so don't just like do a brochure version of what that award means or something. Tell me what it meant to you, right? So I got the physics award because I was the top student in my class, right? So let's go ahead and look at one so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and go for the physics award. Okay, so let's go here. And this was the academic award. And then level of recognition. So you click on that. You can choose anything here. Was it academic or non-academic? When did you receive it? And then let's go to that description, right? What's the eligibility requirement? So only the top student from physics is given this award. So you can put more if you want. This one's just a basic straight definition for this award. But then what did this award mean to you, right? So this award means a lot because I almost dropped physics. I failed my first test and I was about to give up. I realized that I needed to change my approach to change my results. I previewed each chapter, took notes, and even found myself helping others understanding the material. Getting this award proves what I am capable of. There you go. That shows to someone that's reading this, great, now I know a lot more about this person. It's not a PIQ, but guess what? It's very insightful for sure. Now, again, a lot of times, since a lot of students are doing this in the last minute, they're just going to write a bunch of like gibberish, or they won't even give a description. So just make sure that, you put that on there. So, okay. And then let's go next. Let's cancel. And the last part is, in case you were paid for something, I want to make sure you know about this information too. Okay, if you worked. So like I worked at Subway, right? So during the pandemic, when my parents lost their job, they could not find work, I realized that I had the opportunity to help my family. So I worked as a prep chef for 30 hours a week and then 15 hours a week during school. Okay, so what was your job title? Sandwich artist. What were your responsibilities? Maybe I'd go a little bit more in detail about the responsibilities. This is kind of like very straightforward. When did you work at this job? So it was this year during the summer, right? You could put 11th grade if you want to. Yeah, I should because that was in the summer. So I would say here is where I'd put 30. And then I would check this box because that hasn't happened. And hopefully I'll be in college, right? So I'm not working. I'm getting ready, hopefully doing summer bridge. And then, do you still work at the job? Yes, for sure. And then I started this summer. So save and continue. So the last part is you finished adding activities. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, the second part, the last part is here, work earnings, okay? If you did work, they're gonna ask you, what did you do with the money, okay? So there's a typo here somewhere, so I'm gonna make sure I respond. I've used most of my earnings so that my family can pay their bills and rent. For the rest, I have saved every dollar so that I can help pay for my college expenses. There you go. You don't have many characters left, right? So save and continue. You can add more if you need to, but that shows where the money went. And that's basically it for awards and activities. Again, you have 20 slots. Make sure you fill them up. And you have 350 characters to respond. And